Good morning everybody out in YouTube land and on BritishWarriorWithin.com. It's been a few days since I did my last video. Reason for that is been rather quiet, and my wife is on holiday at the moment, so on top of having my birthday, we've taken time just to try and chill out for a little while. Nice that it's been calm, but always a but. Got to be a but. We mustn't get blasé, we mustn't get casual, nonchalant, whatever words you can think of to describe taking your eye off the ball, basically. I think the first thing to do is to talk about what the problem is again, just so that we don't forget what we're all angry about. Sometimes you get so angry about something that you actually forget what is the cause of it. I, for one, like a lot of you, I know that white genocide is real. And everybody who is on Facebook groups and following the Muslim invasion, etc., I'm sure you're all aware of that as well, or you should be. Because at the moment what they're trying to do is they're trying to interbreed with the white European, the white Brit, because we are Europeans still, using their rape gangs with the young girls and try and make them have half Muslim babies. But we also need to educate the stupid white 16 to 21, 22, maybe a bit older white females who are still very impressionable at that age. They're being used by the migrants because they're promised the world. A lot of these people, especially the families that have been here for a little while, they've got quite a lot of money, and they use their younger family members to promise these white girls absolutely everything they could possibly think of. And what they do is they use them. They use them, abuse them, and they have broken another white bloodline. And this is their plan. The thing is, they will lose patience, because that will take them some time. So, in any case, they will lose patience, and they'll resort to violence. They'll revert to type, because that's what they are. They're violent, no doubts about it. But their plan was to outbreed us, and to interbreed with us. It works the same way, obviously, with if men go with Asian women, but not Asian, sorry, Islamic women. But I can't see that happening too often. But be warned, there's more than one way to invade a country and to commit genocide on it. This is the plan that is actually backed up by the globalist elite. This is all their idea. This is what they wanted. They don't want an intelligent, thinking public, which is what the white Europeans are. Well, you doubt that at the moment with some of the white people that just are clueless, but that's supposedly what they want. I'll tell you what, there's been an unusual air of peace and calm that has magically fallen over Great Britain at the moment. But it shouldn't let you lull you into a false sense of security. We still have an inept, corrupt establishment. They continue to treat us Brits like we're some kind of second-class citizens. Their plans to covertly replace the white European with the Islamic immigrants has stalled a little at the moment. But that's turned it from a fight that was an open smackdown to seeing the enemy disappear into the undergrowth, into the trees, into the forest, and now you don't really know where your enemy is. And what would you rather have? Would you rather be able to fight somebody? Yeah, I know you'd like to fight somebody. Would you rather see somebody and know where they are? Or would you know that somebody's trying to get you, but you don't know where it's going to come from? Because they're waiting for us to put down our guard before unleashing untold misery on us again. It won't stop. It's only stopped because we've pushed back. And we've only pushed back a tiny bit. They've got no idea how hard we can push back. So the answer is to keep moving forward with our plans, protests and actions. We're starting to take chunks out of their ivory towers. But we have to continue doing that to bring those ivory towers tumbling down. And I think the biggest way of doing this at the moment is, if you don't know Graham Moore, get on Facebook, get on YouTube, and you find him. This guy is going to be the guy that changes this country forever. He's the most down-to-earth guy you could ever possibly meet. It's probably a case of never judge a book by its cover. Because if you sat next to him in a cafe and heard him chatting with his mate, you wouldn't realise the depth of intelligence and integrity the man has got, because he's a common man of the common people. And there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But he is making changes. He is putting in forms to the court for gun legislation for us to be able to bear arms again. That to me isn't the main issue, but as he will tell you himself if you get to see him, we need that, because part of the other legislation is to bite back against the halal, the taxes that come from halal, which means we're going to upset that Islamic lot, and that is when they will turn violent. And if we've got nothing to defend ourselves with, they could overrun this country, because our army is not very big. It's a good army, but it's not very big. But beyond that, it is a case of then taking what the government have done to us and sorting them out. To put it into easy terms, we're going to have protests that march not on government, but to places like the judiciary, to tell them that they are cowards and it won't be tolerated any longer. To even march to places where the royals are, because Her Majesty the Queen has broken the oath that she took in 1953. Because it's all about common law, which is how this country is run, and that cannot be changed. But this man, you need to look him up. I'm not explaining it so well as he will, because he knows the ins and outs of a blinking what's its arsehole. Sorry, I just dropped something. Huh? So, Graham Moore is his name. And he's on Facebook, and they've got a radio station, and it's called, I think it's www.motivate with an 8 at the end. So if you put that in your Google, that will probably come up quite easily. So really, that's all this video was for. It's just going to be a short one. I've got a GoPro for my birthday, so I'll be going to have a play about with that in a minute, and I will start perhaps getting out and about and doing some videos, maybe having a trip up to London, see what I can find out, do a bit of investigative work. That is what will start to sort of get interesting once I can get out and about and find out what's going on.
Be a good boy.
Yeah, be a good boy, noisy. Some people like you, some people hate you, mate. I think most of them like you. So I'll leave that at that, guys. It's just, I wanted to catch up with you. I didn't want to not do a video. And I think we just need a reminding what we're fighting. We're fighting something that could ruin our country. But we've got people that are willing to do things that could change our country, to improve it better than it has been since the end of the Second World War. Because that's when it sort of started to go wrong, when the government really started to shit on us. I didn't realise that, but that's when it really happened. But thanks to listening to Graham, something I've learned. So give the guy a try. He's a very, very intelligent man, but he puts things over very simply, easy to understand, and I think you'll be joining all the marches on the places that they choose when you listen to him, because he will inspire you to do so. I also get one thing, I'm sure most of you know about it, 5th of August in London's Parliament Square, starting from Parliament Square in any case, there's a Veterans March Against Terrorism. I think it means more than that to a lot of people, but obviously terrorism is the biggest issue. Everybody is invited. You don't have to be a veteran, but the one thing I'm sure they want, and I'm sure they have said, is again they don't want violence, because if you're protesting against violence and you're violent, then it's not going to help the situation. The only time when you're on a protest march like that and violence is justified is if you are attacked. Nobody can stop you from defending yourself, but they don't want people coming along to cause trouble. So we want, or they want, we're doing it together. I haven't organised it, they've organised it. I'm just not trying to steal their thunder. But we all want 100, 200,000 people marching through London, letting this lot know the time is up. You're over, you're finished, kaput, goodbye Mr. Chips. And then we, the people, will have a real people's government. Okay, thank you for listening. As I all say at the end of these videos, if you like the video, please click like below. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, please click subscribe. Sorry, I just feel it sort of like that. Shut up, I'm still tired, haven't been up long. See you later guys, thank you for listening, and don't forget, Graham Moore, fantastic guy, and the more people you've got following him and supporting him, the less chance there is that the government will try and get hold of him, because you know that this government will be hating this guy with a vengeance. See you later.